are you? What are you doing?
Well, it's good movement from Tutaia. Well, the passing confidence may not be there, but the shooting still is. I still don't think she's missed one. Oh, and Wilcox almost hauls in the intercept, but Byfield does instead. Good work from the Mystics defence, and they now help out in bringing it through court.
Happy to play it back if they need to. They know a minute is a long time in netball terms. They'll want to finish this goal off before the half-time break.
Playing it around, a little bit of patience from the Mystics.
And patience was what was needed because both shooters were on the opposite side of the court.
Just a little hold up and play. Curran called out of play this time. Tutaia looked off from it, where's it left to the hand, and Curran came in to try and grab the rebound, but she's knocked it out of court. So the Mystics will get the chance.
And with 15 seconds to go, it's a centre pass for the Mystics, so they might get another one if they get it quickly.
Good pass in from Tutaia to Latu. Looked up over the bodies and found the goal shoot standing camped on the baseline. The Northern Mystics, after leading by 1 at the end of the first quarter, have shot out to a handy little advantage against a dogged West Coast Fever side. It's 4 goals. The Northern Mystics lead 30, the West Coast Fever 26.
.26 the score is at half-time. The Northern Mystics are leading the West Coast Fever just by 4 goals. They had a little run just before the half, but it has been neck and neck, literally, for the entire half. Interesting, Jenny May Coffin having a great game so far at wing attack. She had a rare start today ahead of Grace Rasmussen. Susan Furman, 22 penalties for her, so they'll be looking to do something a little different there. We've just seen the stats. And Grace Rasmussen, as you can see, is in the wing attack bit. We'll see what that means for Jenny May Coffin. It looks like she's on the bench. I'll pass you back to our commentators, Kerry Wills and Ricky Swinnell.
Thanks, Tony. Yes, they have made the change, brought Grace Rasmussen on at wing attack, and Jenny May Coffin has gone to the bench. A surprise for you, Kerry Wills?
Yes, absolutely. Jenny May Coffin having a great start to this game and instrumental in that attacking end. It's a huge surprise for me, actually, Ricky, and it'll be interesting to see what happens in this quarter, whether Grace Rasmussen stands up to this opportunity she's been given.
Well, it is an opportunity. She's up against Joanna Curran in the wing defence bid, so they've had a little switch there as well in the Fever side. Almost looks as if it might have been a planned move before the match. We'll give you a half each and see what happens.
Yes, and that sort of thing does happen, but you would think with the way that Jenny May Coffin was playing that she'd still be on the court. But we'll just wait and see. It might not be the last we've seen of her yet.
Fresh legs, just to change it up out on court.
Te Araha, defensively throughout the whole court, it must be something you're happy with because you're certainly getting the turnovers.
Yeah, we are. It's maximum pressure. It's everyone through the court creating the turnovers because we're starving them of spaces to move, and that's something we've worked on this week.
Okay, well, all the best.
Well, there's the answer. Fresh legs is the reason for the change between Jenny May Coffin and Grace Rasmussen. Still say I'm still a little surprised by that, as we've just got a timeout with Althea Byfield's taken time. Got a clonk on the back of the head from Caitlin Bassett.
Just calling time, just to have a little rest. Didn't look like anything too major, so we'll just hope that Althea Byfield's okay. But yes, interesting comments from Te Aroha Kenan. Also in the timeout, we see that Beckett has come on to goal defence for the Fever. Now, she was instrumental in the game against the Vixens. She came on due to an injury and really tidied up the Australian captain, Sherelle McMahon. So Maria Tutaia won't get it any easier with the captain moving to wing defence, Curran moving to wing defence.
And it's Andrea Gilmore who's left the court for the Fever, as we see Althea Byfield still getting the treatment on the back of the head. Must have been a bit of discomfort, but I would imagine she'll bounce back. Jenny May Coffin there. Well, we've registered our surprise. I wonder how surprised she may have been to have left the court after a pretty strong first half. As we said, a big opportunity for Grace Rasmussen to perhaps prove some of her detractors wrong.
Jolene Henry just fixing Althea Byfield's hair, messed up from the ice pack. And she's back into it.
So it's back with Short and back through the hoop. The Fever. There is Grace Rasmussen, the player we've been talking about. She's certainly got the ability. She's just gone missing a few times for the Mystics.
Temepara George working overtime to get this ball into the circle.
Latu strong under pressure again from Furman. Pinged again.
Lots of messages there. I think we want to make more of the ball that we have and be a bit smarter on our delivery into the circle. And I think our transition out of defence needs to improve. I think it's improved in the first quarter, but we're just working on controlling the tempo and controlling what we do with the ball.
Jane, you've brought on Emma Beckett. Reason for this?
Look, I think that Emma's performance over the last couple of weeks has really grown, and she has done a great job at coming on at half-time or the 2 quarters that she's been on. I was quite happy with what Jo was doing at goal defence, but I just think that, I think we probably need a bit more across that defensive transverse line, and we'll see what Emma can offer for us.
Okay. There's the player Coach Jane Searle was talking about, Emma Beckett. Just wanting her players to be a little bit smarter with the ball in hand and not what she would have asked for.
No, good play from Jolene Henry, marking her own player and then reading that intercept off somebody else. But the Mystics squander the possession.
Yeah, the big mitt of Jolene Henry gets in the way, but it's thrown away down the other end. The Fever now. Margin still 4 as it was at half-time.
So it's goal for goal this quarter. And Maria Tutaia pulled up for breaking.
The old breaking call. Well, Maria Tutaia was called for it a couple of times last week and eventually got sent from the court for persistent breaking. It's part of a game and something she may not have learned the lesson from last week.
No, and there's a difference, Ricky, between breaking and trying to get possession and breaking when you're on attack and just handing the ball to the opposition. And it means that this Fever side have the opportunity to just be down by 1.
It's into the arms of Bassett, and you hear Jolene Henry still talking to Byfield. Nearly there, nearly there. The constant encouragement that Althea Byfield seems to need throughout the match.
Nice drive there from Temepara George between 2 players.
Tutaia making herself available for her feeders. And now the little threaded ball through to Latu.
That was good, smart play from Maria Tutaia, just creating space. And when the defenders didn't come off Catherine Latu, she just went herself.
Another timeout called, and it's called by Temepara George, and the Mystics have already had a timeout this quarter, so
they have to make a substitution, and I would imagine we will see Jenny May Coffin come on, and I'm not sure whether that would have been the plan for Temepara George. She probably thought the change could be different, whether or not she actually has got an injury.
Oh, she had a 5-minute spell, Jenny May Coffin, and now she's back. So a little bit of confusion and a different combination. We see George getting a little bit of treatment on the thigh. So there's a little niggle there. And see what happens now with this mid-court without the General George on court. Oh, no, back she comes. Of course, they only have 30 seconds to make these changes, so you can see Rasmussen in there helping, and right, back to where we were, and Jenny May Coffin back on the bench.
Away we go again.